Hey, it's your man Style Con, coming at you today with another video. Today we're going to be talking about Trump's tariffs on the luxury wristwatch market in the United States. They're talking about, I think it's a 31% tariff on all wristwatches coming in from Switzerland. This could be a good thing, and it could be a bad thing. But the way I see it, it's going to be a bad thing. Now, obviously, if you want to buy a new wristwatch, right now is the time to go ahead and buy them before this tariff goes into effect. But on the bad end of this, obviously the prices for new watches are going to go up. Can't avoid that. But the pre-owned market, which I typically live in that space, these watches are probably going to go up. Now, I watched this one dude. He's like, the watch market is dead. You know, I got you, man. I heard you about 4,000 times. But if you want a pre-owned wristwatch, think about it. Rolex, say 31%. Say, I'm just going to use this as an example. $10,000. And then you got a 31% tariff. That's an extra $3,000. Okay, so now you're up to 13, but you can get this pre-owned watch for $8 at the current time. But because the new watch is going to be 13, maybe I can get an extra $1,000 out of you, maybe 1,500, because if you want to buy it new, the price is increased. It's not a Rolex price increase. It's not a Patek price increase. This is the United States adding a tariff to these luxury wristwatches. So what do you think? Now, I would never say the luxury wristwatch market will be dead. I would never say that. But I will say that it might cause the prices to increase. So if you're looking at a pre-owned watch, I mean, don't get me wrong, $9,000 is better than $13,000. But that same watch, because of the tariff, you could have got for $7 or $6. Excuse me. Trump isn't doing anyone any favors with this. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a luxury watch. Do you need a watch? No, you don't really need a watch. You got your cell phone. There's times that you got time in your car, time where you work. If you go to restaurants, you can find the time anywhere. So do you really need a luxury wristwatch? No. But those of us that do like these things, you know, I can see. Now, obviously, do I know this to be 100% true? No, I do not. But why wouldn't the prices increase? You know, that's like with the tariff on cars. And the U.S. are talking about an $80,000 car might be a $100,000 car. Well, you could have bought it used for $30,000, but now that might be $40,000 to $50,000. And the only reason why is because the person said, I wanted that for $80,000. I don't want it for $100,000, but I do need a car. So these people can go, hey, well, we would have charged them $30,000 before these tariffs. Now we can get extra money because now we're going to have bidding wars. This is what happened over the coronavirus. Everybody was in bidding wars. People got their PPP loans, student loan forgiveness for a while. You didn't have to pay your mortgage, rent for a while. And people in the U.S. went crazy. And they bought all kinds of things. And they paid way too much money. And now I can see that happening in the pre-owned luxury wristwatch world. It's not because you have all this extra money to spend, because in the U.S., things are just going to get crazy between food, gas prices, mortgages, things like that. But wristwatch sellers, be careful, because the wristwatch market isn't dead, but you could kill it by getting too greedy. as the price of food goes up, the price of gas goes up, lumber, everything else. You're thinking, I can charge extra now because that new watch is so much more. But it could be a double-edged sword. You charge more for your pre-owned watch, nobody will buy it because they need to worry about gas. They need to worry about food. They need to worry about clothes. They're all types of items. Walmart, Target, places like this might be hit really hard depending upon how long this tariff would last. If it lasts a year or two, it's going to be bad for Americans. So you don't want to charge more. Well, I can, because down that watch is so much more money. That Patek is going through the roof. That Breitling, it was $5,000. Now that Breitling 6,500, I can charge more for a used one than a new one. Just keep it cool. You should be able to make money because the new watches coming in are going to be more expensive. But sell in volume. I used to go to this bar when I was a young man. And this guy used to sell like mixed drinks for like 85 cents and a beer for 50 cents. Wasn't in the nicest neighborhood, and I asked the guy, it's like, why do you sell it so cheap? He said, because I got people that come in here all day. I make it up on volume. So those people that have their little watch businesses, I wouldn't think about increasing the prices that much, even though you probably could. Because if these people still want these watches, it's going to be a lot cheaper going through you. But remember, do it in volume. You can sell it for $4,000 now. These tariffs kick in, sell it for $4,000 still. You will make up the money in volume. You want to get greedy? You think I can sell it for more, which I don't blame you. If you find a sucker out there that's willing to do that, go ahead. But you might hurt your business. When these tariffs, when they kick in, it's not going to be a good thing for the luxury wristwatch market in the U.S. But just remember, your customer base may not forgive you. COVID was something completely different. COVID, people were fighting over watches. Oh, that's $5,000. I'll give you $7,000. Guy over here, I'll give you $7,500. Guy over here, I'll give you $9,000. The American consumer ran up wristwatch prices. It's not going to be this way this time. You're going to have people that have money, that are rich, not going to affect them. But the middle class, upper middle class, lower middle class, it's going to affect them. And if you don't want to affect your business, don't get too greedy. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. If you have any questions or comments, as usual, leave them down below and I will check you out in the next video.